As you're well aware, a terrible war has been raging for 2 weeks now. But as of last night, it is clear that opera and ballet have defeated Timothée Chalamet. No contest! A knockout! Even before they brought out prima ballerina Misty Copeland in the middle of the Sinners performance right in front of him. Boom. So, opera and ballet! Can't wait to switch out my Ukrainian flag profile picture for the playbill to Deflator Mouse. Is that the playbill? I don't even know. I like how we put in parentheses there, the bat. As though that's not common knowledge amongst the people. By the way, also another conflict with a less certain outcome. Let's get into it right now with our ongoing coverage.
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
It can only good happen. As many of you know, war is God's way of teaching Americans geography. And class is in session. I give you the Strait of Hormuz. Of course, Gen Z will tell you, no Hormuz is 100% straight. But it's a passageway choke point for 20% of the world's oil, kind of a lazy river for fossil fuels. Not to be confused with the strategic Iranian island of Kharg, which we also attacked. We attacked Kharg and Hormuz. Because if we've learned anything from these past 20 years, it's that America will bomb anywhere that has a Scrabble score above 12. Oh, we'll get to you, Uzbekistan. And you guys, you're not going to believe what Iran did after we attacked them.
Breaking news.
The Supreme Leader said that the Strait of Hormuz, which is a critical shipping lane for nearly 20% of the world's crude oil, will remain closed.
What? What a dick. Was it scheduled maintenance? Oh, wait. Is this because of the incessant bombing? Oh, we're going to play the one card we have to stop you from collapsing all of our infrastructure. Real mature. Well, you know what? Close it. See if we care.
Gas prices up, diesel prices up, jet fuel prices up. And in some quarters, you're beginning to hear whispers of concerns over the R word, recession.
Come on, open it back up. Come on. How dare Iran and their existential fight for existence inconvenience our commute? And by the way, the R word? Oh, this whole thing is the R word, all right. That's not the R word I would use for the decision to attack Iran. But Iran has now closed the Strait of Hormuz, leading to surging gas prices and risking the global economy. Of course, there was no way to know that that was going to happen.
General Dan Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, warned President Trump that Iran could close the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump acknowledged the risk, but told his team that Tehran would likely capitulate before closing the strait.
Oh, what the? Oh, don't worry about it, everybody. Gee, who would have thought that a guy who did this during a solar eclipse would ignore a warning? Oh, by the way, my favorite part of that goes, he looks up at a solar eclipse 3 times. That hurts. Yep. But not to worry, this sudden bottleneck of the world's oil supply, it's not a big deal. It's barely closed.
The only thing prohibiting transit in the Straits right now is Iran shooting at shipping. It is open for transit should Iran not do that.
Other than Epstein, it's a wonderful island. It's open except for the shooting? Come on, man. Jeez. So right now, the ships cannot make the passage because they're being attacked, and the risk is too great. There were some mines that have been laid. It's going to take a lot of foresight and planning to thread this needle, come up with a strategic plan. Luckily, I think the president has one.
I also asked the president about the rise in oil prices, $100 a barrel. And he said this: these ships got to go through the Strait of Hormuz and show some guts.
Show some guts, Captains Philip. I know you may not want to sail the slowest moving vehicle on Earth, packed with the most flammable liquid on Earth, through the most active war zone on Earth. But on the other hand,
There's no better communicator than our president.
President Trump laid out clear objectives to the American people.
He's the best communicator I've ever seen.
of course. Why am I allowing myself to get all confused and flustered? Why don't we just go to the source? All this time we've been relying on independent sources or outside observations and analysis, when the truth and the clarity have been staring us in the face all along. So to clear up all the confusion about this war, to clear up all the confusion about this war, I've assembled an expert panel to help explain what the war is actually about in a lucid and clear-cut way. So please welcome to the program President Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, DJT, and Jon Barron. Guys, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's great to be here and great to be back. It's a great honor to be here. I just want to say it's a pleasure to be with you. I have no idea who you are, but that's okay.
Good one. But all right, let's get right into it. Look, let's just start with the basics. There's been some confusion over whether or not we are even at war. Can you clarify for us if America is at war? I'll start with you, Donald Trump.
This was just an excursion into something that had to be done.
Okay, all right, thank you. It's not a war, it's an excursion. President Trump, do you agree?
This is an excursion, a little excursion, and I think it's only that.
Okay, so it's actually like a minor, just like a walkabout, like a bit of an exploding amble, if you will. Jon Barron, how is this excursion going, this little Susan of...
We're winning the war by a lot.
So it's a war, because earlier we heard President Trump and Donald Trump say it's an excursion.
It's both. It's an excursion that will keep us out of a war.
Okay. All right, DJT, it's both a war and an excursion that will stop the war that it isn't. Excursion in the streets, war in the sheets. Is that what I'm hearing?
It sounds good to me.
I bet it does, sir. But thank you so much for not clearing that up. Do you have any sense of how long this is going to go?
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved.
Understood. So obviously we have to bear down and achieve all these objectives before we could ever just stand up and say, it's over, we won.
We won. We won the bet. In the first hour, it was over.
That was 2 weeks ago. So the objectives, if we won and our objectives are met, and that was 2 weeks ago, why are we still at war?
We've already won in many ways, but we haven't won enough.
Motherfucker! So we're there till we win. We've won. We haven't won enough. I'm sorry. We've got Don from Palm Beach on the line, sir. You said the war will end when we achieve our objectives, and they're very clear, and that we've won, but not won enough. Sir, if you can, how will we know then when we've won enough?
When I feel it.
when I feel it in my bones.
All due respect to your bones, but should we really be giving them more responsibilities? Seems like they've got enough on their plate with the getting you up and down the stairs thing. Gentlemen, I don't mean to be pessimistic, but I can kind of see why we're having trouble keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. In fact, there are some naysayers out there. I want to read you a tweet. Guys, I want to hear your response to this. This is a tweet from Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump. Here's what he says. Hopefully, China, France, Japan, South Korea, the UK, and others will send ships to the area so that the Hormuz Strait will no longer be a threat. How do you guys respond to that tweet by Donald Trump? Would the military support of other nations be helpful and welcome in this endeavor?
We don't need anybody. We're the strongest nation in the world. We have the strongest military by far in the world. We don't need them.
Everybody needs us. We have the weapons. We have the strength. We're very strong.
They need us much more than we need them. I will tell you that right now.
See, this is the clarity. This is the clarity that we've been looking for. We're going to go it alone with our bomb buddy Bibi. We're the strongest country in the world. All right, let's move on to another topic. I'm sorry, Donald, you had something you wanted to say?
They should be not only thanking us, they should be helping us. What does surprise me is that they're not eager to help. If we need anything, any piece of apparatus that they may have because of a situation that they have, they should be jumping to help us. We requested 2 aircraft carriers, which they had, and he didn't really want to do it. I said, why don't you send some ships over? And he really didn't want to do it.
So to sum up, if I can, we don't need your help. We don't want your help.
Which former president gave Trump props for the war in Iran? Come on, Trump, spill the beans.
I just want to ask you about something very interesting that you said twice today. That you talked to another former president about the Iran strikes.
I did.
Was it George W. Bush?
No.
Was it Bill Clinton?
I don't want to say.
I think you've said plenty, Mr. Trump. I don't want to give away who it is. All I can say is that I was recently helping him prep for his Epstein Island deposition. That's all. By the way, I love how Peter Doocy is trying to play Guess Who with our toddler president. Is he wearing glasses? Is he bald? If he was doing karaoke, would he be allowed to sing all the words in Gold Digger? Now, there's also another possibility, and this may come as a shock, which is that maybe, just possibly, Trump pulled the whole thing out of his ass.
Aides to each of the 4 living former presidents all deny they have had any such conversations with President Trump.
Yes! The living former presidents denied talking to Trump. Trump never said living. What's more likely, that Bill Clinton thinks starting a half-baked war in the Middle East was a good idea, or that Trump spent 20 minutes talking to a portrait of Grover Cleveland? Regardless of who he's been talking to about it, I'm just glad the president has his mind 100% completely focused on this daunting situation with Iran.
I do believe I'll be having the honor of taking Cuba.
No new wars until you finish the war we just got you. This is not the time to be taking Cuba. By the way, what do you mean by taking Cuba?
Taking Cuba.
Taking Cuba in some form, yeah. Taking Cuba. I mean, whether I free it, take it, I think I could do anything I want with it. You want to know the truth?
You can do anything you want with it? I don't know what's worse, that he's talking like a supervillain or that he sounds so bored about it. You should be cackling with lightning in the background when you say shit like that. Why are you sounding like Lexapro Luthor over here? The world is mine, Superman, I guess, whatever. But while Trump seems unengaged, some people in his administration are getting worked up.
Breaking news. The head of the National Counterterrorism Center, Joe Kent, announced just hours ago that he is resigning immediately over the war in Iran.
Whoa! I mean, that would be even more damning if this guy wasn't an unqualified crackpot, but it still has to shake up a president when one of your appointees resigns over your war.
I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security.
You appointed him! But you know what? I guess that tracks. Everyone knows the qualifications for running the National Counterterrorism Center go nice guy, brings muffins to the morning meeting, and then all the way down the list, good on security. But this split is dividing the entire MAGA movement right now. There's the anti-war side with people like Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, and Megyn Kelly. And there's the pro-war side with Sean Hannity, Lindsey Graham, and Mark Levin. And as you can imagine, the quality of an internal MAGA debate is highly intellectual.
On the X platform, Mark Levin posted, "Poor Megyn Kelly, an emotionally unhinged, lewd, and petulant wreck. She's completely revealed and destroyed herself." In response, Megyn Kelly posted, "Micropenis Mark thinks he has the monopoly on lewd. He doesn't like it when women like me fight back because of his micropenis."
Oh. 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 Feels like I'm back at the Oxford Debate Club. Be it resolved that dick be tiny. Now, it's not a good look for President Trump to have his followers fighting so publicly over their micropenises. Donnie, why don't you step in and heal the divide?
President Trump defended Mark Levin, posting that he is somewhat under siege by other people with far less intellect, capability, and love for our country. Mark is tough, strong, and brilliant. In response, Megyn Kelly posted that Mark Levin went running to daddy about his micropenis.
Damn it, Megyn! Damn it! Now, it's obviously not fair to accuse Mark Levin of running to daddy about his micropenis. Although I imagine having a micropenis makes the running a lot easier. Totally unrelated, but in high school, I was the slowest guy in gym class. By the way, did you notice that at no point did Trump deny the micropenis allegations? Not exactly the full-throated defense you want. He has a micropenis. Hey! He's a nice man. Also, I'm sorry, aren't we at war? You're tweeting about your buddy's micropenis. Was FDR taking time out of his fireside chats to be like, anyway, that's how D-Day went. Now, if I may say a few words about whether my friend Zachary has a chode. Please, please. Isn't there anybody who can calm the situation? Marjorie Taylor Greene, you're a respected member of MAGA. Perhaps you can bring some intellectual substance to this debate.
Former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene posted, "I wholeheartedly support Megyn Kelly telling the world that Mark Levin has a micropenis."
Marjorie, come on! Oh, come on! With all this talk about micropenises, we're losing sight of the real reason we attacked Iran, which is shit. You know what? Now that I think about it, we never got an answer to that, actually. And believe me, I've been searching for one harder than Mark Levin's urologist, you know? Boom! Instead of shaming the American public for complaining about prices, a more thoughtful appeal might help.
This is short term, and I'm asking you to just trust the man, okay? Trust the system, let him cook. Hold on for like 2 to 3 tanks of gas. It'll be an extra $10 to $12 a tank.
2 or 3 tanks? You don't know how many tanks of gas I go through, man. My wife just joined a Tokyo Drift Club. Oh, she's gonna Tokyo Drift right through our kids' college fund. But you heard him. This is just temporary pain that'll all be worth it in the long term. I'm sure everyday Americans will understand and will take this in stride.
If you could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now, what would it be?
You are a worthless pile of
Well, someone's not getting an invite to the new ballroom. You know what? I'm sure that lady was probably just another Trump derangement syndrome liberal who makes her morning matcha with a Ruth Bader Ginsburg whiz. Well, let's hear what else this member of the resistance had to say.
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Wow.
Rapper Afroman wins a defamation lawsuit filed by 7 Ohio sheriff's deputies. He's calling it a victory for freedom of speech.
Yeah, we did it, America! Yeah, we did it! Freedom of speech! Right on!
Yeah! Whoa! Now that looks like American victory to me. I mean, just look at what he's wearing. If aliens landed here in America, they'd be like, take me to your oh, it must be this guy right here, right? His glasses, love the glasses. Now, you might remember Afroman from his hit song, Because I Got High. Or you might not remember it because you got high. But basically, back in 2022, local police in Ohio busted down Afroman's door, rummaged through his clothes, took money from his house, scared his kids, all to look for evidence of crimes that they never ended up charging him with. Now, after a raid like this, a lot of people might try to lay low for a while, not piss off the cops. But Afroman happened to notice this particular moment where one of the deputies was searching his kitchen and looked longingly at a lemon pound cake. And Afroman did what Afroman does.
He released multiple satirical music videos using his own security camera footage of the incident that included images, you're seeing some of that here, of these officers.
Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, rap songs have really evolved. They used to say, F the police. Now they body shame them over carbs. And that was just the beginning. Afroman put out a whole series of videos about the cops, addressing specific grievances in songs like, will you help me repair my door? And why you disconnecting my video camera? As well as songs with more general observations.
Randy Walters is a son of a bitch. Yeah, that's why I his life and got too rich.
Whoa, whoa. I'll tell you. And that is why AI will never replace real musicians. Now, a lot of people found these Cuck the Police music videos funny, but the police officers who starred in them did not. So, last year, they sued Afroman for defamation. And right away, the officers had a problem, which is that when you sue someone for making fun of you, you have to get up on the witness stand and talk about how badly you suffered from it. Which led to moments like this.
Sean, you were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Freeman?
Multiple times. You received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh, my God. My God. The horror. The horror. I can't imagine the pain of being sent free desserts. I just hope Afroman doesn't find out that I love banana pudding from Magnolia Bakery. It would be devastating if my haters sent me hundreds of them with the vanilla wafers specifically. I mean, oh God, I would never recover. Remember, Officer Poundcake wasn't Afroman's only target. Officer Randy Walters sued Afroman for saying, what was it again?
Randy Walters is the son of a bitch.
Right. Which again meant Randy Walters had to get up on the witness stand and answer the question, are you a son of a bitch?
And when they call you a son of a bitch, that would be an opinion?
I'd say that would be an opinion.
Okay. Because there's no way we can prove whether you're a son of a bitch or not.
Yeah, she's been dead for years.
Sorry. I'm sorry about your loving me.
Whoa. No one mentioned your mom. Your dad could be the bitch, okay? I gotta say, I didn't realize that determining whether or not someone was a bitch was part of the legal profession. It does give me hope for my new pilot, Bitch Court with Judge Jordan. And it can still work. You know anybody who's buying. And this is generally the big challenge with the defamation lawsuit, because to win, you have to argue that a reasonable person would believe that Afroman's claims were facts and not just jokes. And that's especially awkward because Afroman also said he slept with Randy's wife. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. How did he put it?
That's why I his wife ain't got rich.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so now poor Randy Walters had to argue that a reasonable person might believe that, which led to perhaps my favorite moment of the trial.
So you're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
Okay. And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
The new frontier in America's fast food wars. The CEOs of our favorite burger joints engaging in some online corporate trash talk.
The CEO of McDonald's taste testing their new burger, but the tiny bite he took quickly going viral.
Now the CEOs of McDonald's fast food rivals making their own videos with a lot bigger bites.
Of course, like all wars, this thing has spread across the region. Canadian burger chain A&W has entered the fray.
Alan from A&W here with, you heard about it, here it is, the teen burger and the teen sauce. The iconic teen sauce. I invite you to join me for lunch. Just you, me, and a couple of teen burgers.
I'm sorry, teen burgers? Those better be 18 burgers, Alan. Trust me, telling people you like the taste of teen sauce is not the flex you think it is. Let's keep this guy 500 yards away from Wendy just to be safe, okay?